All right, folks, welcome back to the Night's Watch. I'm Jacob.
I'm Alex.
And Alex, we're in trouble.
Big trouble.
This team's in fucking trouble.
It's a free fall. Like, we haven't recorded in a while, probably because we've been fucking salty and stewing, and we've had other things going on in our life that's just not hockey.
Well, I got struck down with mystery fucking illness for 2 weeks.
You did.
Also,
But
St. Patrick's Day was in there.
yeah, but in that time, after, turns out beating the Penguins and the Blackhawks really don't matter when you lose 3 in a row after that, 4 in a row, and then
That should have been a warning sign that we were treating those 2 wins. People, I was a little skeptical, but those starting people were like, yeah, we finally turned the corner, guys. We flipped the switch. We're good. And I'm like, guys, we beat the Penguins without Crosby or Malkin.
Mm-hmm.
And then we beat the dog shit Blackhawks.
Yep.
And we're like, yeah, we're back, everyone. We are so back.
Yeah, and then we immediately just cave in. What was the first game? It was no, we recorded since then because we recorded after the. No, we didn't record after the Oilers game because we stayed out. So the Oilers and then just the recently fucking Utah just absolutely fucking eating our lunch like.
I was I think we're thinking of the Buffalo game. I was on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, we recorded. No,
We didn't record it after that, but we lost against Buffalo. And we're like, well, but
yes, that's
we
right.
got shut out, but we played a good game.
Yeah, that game was not bad at all. Like the game against Buffalo, like I can excuse because UPL he was out of his mind that game, and the team also played well. Hill played really well. Everybody played well. Like that's a game like you lose, like that happens. Mm-hmm. And then the game after that, that's right, it was
Utah.
Was Utah, and we just got our fucking salads tossed. Like
Yeah.
the first 3 goals Hill lets in.
Yeah, but like,
And they're also bad defense. Like
I was gonna say, it's like I can't even just like put it on Hill because I know that's everyone's favorite thing to do right now. But like, the fucking breakdowns in coverage were so fucking bad, and like that was the game with the post game conference where fucking Cassidy dropped the fucking F-bomb.
Yeah.
in his press conference, where he said straight up, he's like, yeah, Utah plays a similar game to Buffalo, so he's like two pre-scouts in a row. It's the same message. East-West plays weak side coverage, weak side coverage, weak side coverage. Well, we got beat twice in fucking weak side coverage. And like that kind of just like encapsulates like this whole fucking season. It's not one thing. Like Ken posted a good article basically breaking down like why it's not just the goalie or not just the lack of scoring. He's like, it's literally everything.
Yeah.
It's literally everything. And like, I don't know what people think changing the coach is going to do. I'm like, what more can the coach do? Like he's literally telling them what to expect, what to look out for. And they just don't do it.
No.
They just don't do it.
No.
And like, my God, I don't know if it was the second goal or the third goal, but fucking Caden Korzak is fucking dog shit.
Yeah,
we were so sick of him.
We were singing his praises at the beginning of the year, and like we're saying that was a good contract. It's just he's young, but he's not been good. Every person he's with, he has kind of dragged him down. Like people like to whip on Lausanne, but like, is it Lausanne or the
Korzak
player?
has been worse than Lausanne.
Is it Lausanne or the guy he's paired with? Because if you think about it, Lausanne's been paired with Korzak most of the year, and he's also been paired with Anderson.
Yeah.
And the Korzak's been awful. Anderson's been not great since being on the team, and Lausanne's just getting thrown to the fucking wolves. Like,
yeah.
At least Lausanne does something.
They're doing to him what they do to McNabb. We're like, we're just going to trust you to stabilize whoever you're with.
At least he hits. At least he can do something. Like,
well, he got in that fight in the Utah game. That was literally the only good thing that came out of that game.
Yeah.
Was that he. As much as people have dumped on Lausanne all season, he's the only one on this team right now that's showing any fucking fight.
Yeah, he's the only.
It's like him and like McNabb.
Yeah,
and that's a big fucking problem when those are the only two that are.
Gives a shit.
Yeah, like every fucking and like credit to Hannafin. He said this in a one of his post game conferences. He's like probably after the Utah game because that's when he fought. But he's like that guy like sacrifices his body for this team every fucking night. He's like he drags this team into the fight every night.
And they're repaying him by getting shut out by Utah. I mean, again, Vejmelka has been great, right? He's been a really good goaltender this year, but you shouldn't be losing 3-0 to Utah. And then
we scored well, we got shut out back to back at home in the final stretch to playoffs, and then what was the next game? Nashville.
Yeah, because we went on the road after Utah.
Yeah, and
Nashville lost. We scored what? We scored one goal, right? I
one
think.
goal. So we scored like one goal in 3 games
against Justice fucking Noonan.
Yeah. Yeah, UC Saros was
injured.
Was not in net.
We scored one goal, or however you say his fucking first name, but we scored one goal against the Noonan. He was so bad in Colorado. They said we got to get rid of this fucking kid. He's awful.
Yeah,
and traded him to fucking Nashville, and we scored one goal on him.
Yeah, and then there's the Dallas game, and I think everyone kind of like with the Chicago and Penguins game, like, hey, we beat Dallas. Dallas is a good team. Like, see, this team is good. Okay, Dallas didn't have Mikko Rantanen, Roope Hintz, or Jake Ottinger playing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in the second half of a back-to-back with travel against Minnesota. A really hard, really emotional game against your divisional rival. And we barely squeaked out a win. After we scored first, but then we went down.
Yeah,
led
classic.
into... So, again, we were trailing. And, yeah, why don't we pull up that fun stat that Ken posted today? I swear, Ken's, like, at his best when the team is fucking floundering because he just dissects it so well. The Golden Knights now lead the NHL in time spent trailing. We have trailed for a total of 1,845 minutes this year. The next worst team in that stat is Vancouver, and it's over 100-minute difference. We have spent 26.1% of the time leading, 41.9% of the time trailing, and 32 even tied. 26.1% of the time has been spent leading, like, and then we're well below 500. I mean, we've won 32 games and we've lost 40.
Yeah,
like, and like, I mean, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm not advocating for anyone to get fired, but like, if we miss the playoffs in the year where in one of the worst divisions in hockey history, and we started this year, like, we were talking about winning the fucking President's Trophy.
Yeah, you and I were how good this team was on paper.
Yeah,
coming
like,
into it,
it's like it's getting to the point where, like, and I'm not. Yeah, okay. There's 10 games left. There's still the rest of the division's dog shit. We still have time to right the ship or whatever. I have no reason to believe that they can. Like, this team isn't good. Like, what more can be said at this point? There's 10 games left. Like, and I feel like with previous years, like, we always kind of had this hope, like, oh, well, they're going to turn it on. We've seen them do it before. They're going to get on a roll here. Like, we're past that point.
Yeah.
Like, even if we fucking sweep the next 10 games, all I'm going to think is, like, this is a bad team that got hot. Like,
yeah.
I really don't know. And if we miss the playoffs in this week of a division in a year where we were expected to be, like, not just a playoff team, but like a legit contender,
yeah, like,
that is a fucking disaster. That's like almost as bad as what's happening to the fucking Maple Leafs right now. Like, it's on that level. And I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, probably they're just going to fire Cassidy. I'm not saying you should be fired, but that's what you do when you shit the bed. Yeah. Kerman's not going to fire himself.
No.
Fucking should. We paid what? Like a first round pick, 2 second-round picks, Zach Whitecloud, like a third-round pick. What did we get back? Fucking Rasmus Anderson, Cole Smith, and Nick Dowd. What the fuck have they done?
I mean, at least Cole Smith and Nick Dowd have a role, and they've been playing it well, right? And they've been doing the job, whereas Anderson's just been a black hole. Like, he's been bad, and, you know, people will make excuses.
Alex,
like,
this guy, didn't you hear? He's the Alex Pietrangelo replacement. We finally got him.
No.
He didn't want to sign anywhere else but Vegas.
Yeah.
Give the man $8 million. There's your Alex Pietrangelo replacement right there.
He's not been good. Like, hasn't recovered from Calgary being bad and him being on a bad team. He's still playing bad. He'll have flashes of being really good and then follow that up with some horrific play. Like The Winnipeg game when they went 6-on-4 or 6-on-5. I think actually it was 6-on-4 and it turned into 6-on-5 because we had a penalty at the end. There was a moment there where like he was taking a sweet ass time getting back to the net while the puck was slowly going towards an empty net. I'm like,
yeah,
show some fucking effort. Like, just show me something that you care. Like
he can be good offensively, and he can battle in front of the net when he wants to, but he cannot fucking defend the rush for shit. And when we're playing these young, fast teams, it fucking shows.
Yeah, look at the Utah game. I mean, the best game we've played all season was against Buffalo. Yeah, we lost that game, but it was 1-0 against the hottest team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then you follow up with a fucking goose egg in Utah, and then you follow that up with
you win in Dallas against a depleted Dallas team.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, no, was it Nashville?
Losing
Nashville. Embarrassing. Thank God I missed that game. I slept in and I woke up, checked the score, and I was like, I'm not watching this. Like, I'm not watching this. So, and by the way, Nashville is like a point behind us right now?
Yeah, they're 77 points. We're at 78.
If we fall out of third in the division, like
we'll miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
we have to maintain third.
Yeah, and fucking credit to Nashville, they're on fucking fire. They sold at the deadline and they're still winning games. And yeah, so you followed up with that, you shit the bed, and then we play against Winnipeg, another team that should be very beatable, a team that we have an amazing record against.
That's the thing that kills me, though, is, as much as you want to say about the Dallas game, they're depleted, they still had Wyatt Johnston, Robertson, Harley, and Heiskanen. Jamie Benn's always a nasty guy. Like, they have a lot of players that can make up for it. You come off in an extremely emotional game, a rough game, and you win in like a game that you win in the last, 5 minutes, 6 minutes maybe, with a Riley Smith goal, and you play like fucking dog shit against Winnipeg. Yeah, I know Connor Hellebuck's the best goaltender in the world, but we sure as shit we're getting a lot of fucking chances on the best goaltender in the world.
That's the thing. I don't think we got goalied.
We took one or two shots and they were done. There's no we were talking about we were texting with Tyler. He brought up the most. There's no fucking rebounds. Nobody collects a rebound.
Yeah.
No. Nobody.
It's always one and done. It's always low danger. It's that. Well, sorry, the sickness is still lingering, I guess. But yeah, it's always one and done. It's always low danger, and like, there's just no shooting instinct. And this is like something we said before the season started. Like. And I think we all just kind of chose to believe that the sheer star power of this roster, it's like they're gonna score, they'll figure it out. No one's figured it out. Like, no one fucking shoots on this team, except for Braden McNabb apparently.
Yeah, he was leading. He had 30 shots on goal since returning.
Yeah, and like that's awesome, but like, why is Braden McNabb the only one willing to shoot the puck?
Yeah,
like I'm trying to remember which game it was. It was probably, I think it was the Winnipeg game. I thought I was going to have a fucking aneurysm every time I saw Ivan Barbashev get into the zone and then just throw the puck in the middle and turn it over, and then it goes the other way.
Yeah.
I'm like, and yeah, it's like, okay, well, I'm watching from my couch. Just fucking look, man. Like, why would you put the puck there? Like, they're always trying to make a play, always trying to make a pass, and it never works, and they just don't learn. They just, like, refuse to. They just don't change.
Like, as much as you and I joke about it, like, people yelling, shoot it. At a certain point,
shoot it or put it in the corner at least, and then go forecheck and get to work.
Yeah, like
wear them down.
The only reason at certain points why it's not 5-1, 6-0 or something like that is because the bottom six at least is trying.
Yeah, the bottom six can at least like
grind.
Yeah,
like the fourth line can at least keep possession in the zone and try and make something happen. But they're not finishers because they're never meant to be finishers. And then you roll the top six out there. And yeah, Marner and Dory are really clicking and they're playing really well together. But the first line, just since Stone's been back, he's been invisible. Yeah, Eichel's been invisible. Barbie kind of scores, but it's on PP2
he scored
in transition.
I think he scored like one, and that was his first goal in like 20 games or something.
And then trying to get somebody to click that. I mean, they had Hurdle with Marner and Dory, but they stopped doing that because he's like, well, clearly we need more depth in our bottom six. We got to spread something out. Like, we have to make something work, and nothing's working. I mean, I honestly, it boils down to, like you brought it up, is like maybe not Cassidy. Like, McCrimmon better be looking at his job. Like
he, I just don't understand like the roster construction decisions. Like, I really don't. I don't understand why you bring in Rasmus Anderson. I don't understand why you bring in, even like Mitch Marner, even though he's been probably one of our best players this season. But like, who's gonna fucking shoot? Like, and yeah, Dory shoots. He's one guy. Like,
but I'm not mad about the Mitch Marner thing because Mitch Marner's been great in he's been shooting more. But why bring in an Anderson when you can keep White Cloud and then over the season go pick up a shooter from somebody? Like, that's what I mean? Like, go pick up somebody that can shoot.
Or just pick up someone that actually like matches fucking like Cassidy's system. Like, we can get frustrated with the players all we want, but like, Mitch Marner is never going to be a fucking net front guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Nick Dowd is never going to be a fucking sniper. Like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like,
I think the Dowd and Cole Smith pickups were too late. If they were to pick them up earlier in the season, maybe we'd be talking differently because you'd have time for them to really form a bottom six. Like,
they decided to go in the direction of, we're going to be skill top heavy top six, and then grinder gritty bottom six.
But it only works if your top six fucking scores,
and they're not. And to me, it's just because, I mean, you call it Olympic fatigue, whatever, but like, even before that, like, they would go into these weird dry spells, and it's like, yeah, it's because all they do is just sit there and pass, and they try to pass into the net, then they turn it over, and then it goes the other way, and then suddenly we're down a goal.
We had to have fucking Braden McNabb walk down fucking Main Street, slowly undress the Dallas player and score. But don't get me wrong, that was a beautiful goal, beautiful play by McNabb. But
it's like I said, why is Braden
why
McNabb
is he doing
the one
that?
doing this?
Yeah.
Why is our defensive defenseman, our 34-year-old stay-at-home defensive defenseman, why is he the only one where it's like clicking in his head, like, we need offense, guys. Like,
yeah,
shoot the fucking puck. Like,
yeah.
Oh, God, it's so frustrating. And then somehow we still have people like, well, once you get Carter Hart in there, it's going to fix all our problems. I'm like, brother, we scored 5 goals in 5 games. What the fuck is Carter Hart going to do?
Yeah, 3 of those were in 1 game.
Yeah.
Carter Hart was statistically worse than Aiden Hill. He is now statistically worse than Aiden Hill. Because as much as people don't want to fucking believe it, yeah,
Hill's been playing a lot better.
Aiden Hill's had some problems. Yeah, the Utah game was fucking horrific. But the other games, Utah against Buffalo, he was fantastic. Dallas, he was fantastic.
Even the Winnipeg game, like,
he was pretty fucking good. It wasn't
like
his
all
fault.
Those, it's like all those fucking goals were just horrendous fucking defensive breakdowns. Yeah. Horrendous. To the point where I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't even call that a mistake. It's like their brains just literally stopped working. Yeah, it was embarrassing.
There's the article we both share with each other, where it's like, if he just saved one more goal, we would win most of the time. But now he can't even do that because they can't fucking score a goal.
Yeah, not exactly. Zero fucking. And Cassidy even said after the game, like, because someone brought it up, and he was like, he's like, tonight wasn't, the story of tonight wasn't about our goalie. The story of tonight is that we can't fucking score.
And then again against Utah, yeah, 3 goals on 3 shots, but at least 2 of those were like just absolute defensive lapses.
Yeah, just complete breakdowns.
Clayton Keller just walks fucking in.
Well, because in that presser, like before he dropped the F-bomb, like, he was fucking seething, and he like literally broke down step by step. He was like, well, the forward didn't get in the seam. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. And like, that's why Korzak got fucking benched for the fucking Nashville game. Like, God, I think it was that 3rd goal. Holy shit, man. I've never seen coverage like that in my fucking life.
Yeah.
In the NHL. It was just bad. Like, and then like with the Winnipeg game, it's like people are like, well, fucking no, let it. I'm like, oh yeah, he let in a goal on a 3-on-1 breakaway. How dare he? Fucking like,
he let in a cross ice pass from Kyle Connor, cross-ice goal from Kyle
Fucking
Connor.
one-timer,
Yeah.
completely
Or
uncontested.
Hannafin was just standing there, uncontested. You know, nobody was in front of Connor. You know, one of the best goal scorers in the fucking league over the last 5-6 years.
Fucking Igor Shesterkin would have a fucking 890 on this team.
Yeah, doesn't
Like,
matter who. Like, yeah, Hart comes back. Does he score goals? Nope.
No. And he also
lets him in. He lets more in than fucking Aiden Hill
I'll
does.
also remind everyone that apparently it's too lazy to Google or just like too stupid to know what the numbers mean. Yeah, he also doesn't stop them.
Let's see.
He had like 2 good games, like
to start his
and then promptly collapsed as he is wont to do.
let me see. Let me look at the goalie stats. Let's see.
Cut that.
Oh, okay.
Cut that.
Oh, God forbid. Goal save. So Hill's at negative 13.5. Hart's at negative 7. But Hart has a 3.46 goals allowed per game. Hill's got 3.18. So they're both been bad.
I was gonna say at this point, I'm like, great, we got fucking.
Like, what's going to make a difference? And then also, yeah, he's going to be back. He doesn't fit under the cap.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to get waived.
Alex, you put him playoffs, game 1 starter, Carter Hart. You played like 9 games.
Yeah,
in 2 years.
if we fucking make the playoffs, but like no one's coming to save the team. Like everybody's here. Carlson's not coming back until, you know, if by some fucking miracle this team clicks,
a hypothetical third
if
round
this
or
team
so.
clicks over the next 10 games and we win 10 in a row, and we're just a juggernaut going in, maybe he's back. There's nobody else coming to save the team.
Yeah, Mark Stone's already here, and he looks awful.
Yeah, he looks like he's playing injured. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. But
that injury of his was really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I think they rushed him back because, like, remember he took line rushes in a non-contact jersey.
Yeah,
and then he just played that night.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I don't know.
They don't do that.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not convinced. And it sucks, right? Because we had such high expectations coming into the season.
Yeah.
And it's obviously way below expectations. And we gloss back over McCrimmon. Like, he's made dumb moves, like the Anderson deal. I think, frankly, a pretty dumb move. Why didn't you just re-sign Haig?
Yeah. Or keep Whitecloud.
I mean, there's a world where he could have re-signed Haig and kept Whitecloud. And there's your bottom pairing defenseman, and you're fine. If you want more offense, why not test out Lucas Cormier? He's setting fucking defenseman records in the AHL for your team right now.
Yeah.
He's been electric. And
I just don't understand how you look at the Cup team and, like, the hallmark of that team was, you know, big defensemen.
Mm-hmm.
They were still mobile, but they weren't, you know, fucking Erik Karlsson's out there.
No.
And so big defensemen, and then just a balanced forward group that could roll 4 lines and forecheck, and wingers that could actually fucking score, like, more than one. Like, and somehow we just, like, have gotten away from that formula, and I don't know why, because it's clearly not fucking working.
Yeah.
Like, are they trying to, like, recreate Pietrangelo in the fucking aggregate? It's like, well, if we take 3 players that have some of his attributes, that equals 1 Pietrangelo, right? Like, no, not really.
You called it at the beginning of the season that this team is going to desperately miss Alex Pietrangelo. We're gonna see it and we're gonna feel it.
Yeah,
and it's pretty obvious they're missing that guy, right? But even last year, I mean, he was playing injured last year, and you can tell they're missing a big name guy or like a vet guy or like just like a stable presence. And McNabb's that too, but he's not Alex Pietrangelo. Nobody is, frankly. And then you turn around, you lose, the guys you've lost like Stevenson and Carrier and.
Well, exactly, and that's what I mean. It's like those identity players, like Carrier. Like, I think we miss him more than people realize. Just his speed and his forecheck and his physicality. Like, we just don't have anyone like that right now. Like,
I mean, even Marchessault, like you miss the
Yeah,
the chippiness of that guy.
I'll say a clutch scorer.
Yeah.
Someone where when the team was in a slump, he would fucking through sheer willpower alone, fucking put him on his back and help them break out of it.
I mean, obviously, like this is looking at through rose-colored glasses, right? Because Marshy's hasn't been that great for the Preds. He's been better recently. Haig's really been all right for Nashville. Stevenson's been a player. He hasn't been anything special.
But what I mean
Carey
is, like, even if it's not those players, like
you have to have someone like them.
Yeah, you need those archetypes. You know?
I think getting Nick Dowd this late is too late because Nick Dowd is a guy like that. Nick Dowd's a leadership guy. Everybody loves him. Watching all of his interviews.
I'm not mad that he's under contract for one more season at all.
I like that. But it's what do you like? You don't have outside of that top line and Dorofeyev. Where's the scoring at? Where are you scoring from? Where are you getting goals from?
I don't know, but they have three defensemen that are there for their offense, and none of them are scoring.
Theodore's been scoring.
Well, he scored a goal recently, but
in general, he's getting points. Yeah, in general, he's not pushing as much. Hannafin's been fucking invisible. Anderson only shows up on apparently PP2, and that's it for offense. Yeah, you're paying two guys over $7 million, and you're. I hope not. I really do, but I feel like he's gonna do it just because he gave up too much to not re-sign Anderson.
Yeah, and he's too fucking stubborn. He's gonna double down. He's gonna sign Anderson for like $8 million, and then I don't know what the fuck we do at that point.
Just cut your losses. Like it's a failed experiment.
Yeah, it's a Tomas Tatar.
Yeah, true. But I'm just not convinced. Like you said, even if over the next 10 games they all say tomorrow they play Edmonton and they win fucking 6-1 because Tristan Jarry's fucking awful, or whoever's in net, doesn't matter. And then they have a great game. They keep it rolling. Doesn't matter. They had that game they lost how many in a row? 3 in a row. And then they had that good game against Dallas. Guess what? We're probably going to lose another 3 fucking in a row.
Yeah.
We're only 4 points up on LA.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. That's kind of what I was alluding to earlier when I was like, yeah, we feel like people are still you know what? They're going to turn the corner and get hot eventually. I'm like, no, we're out of runway.
Yeah.
The only thing that's standing between us and missing the playoffs is a 7-game win streak that we had in January.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if we didn't have that, we'd be out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not going to bother to bring it up, but another thing Ken posted was, literally that's how it's gone all season. Win 1, lose 4, win 2, lose 3.
Lose 4, win 7, lose 4 again.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's
shocking to say the least.
It is. It's.
I mean, this time last year, we were apprehensive going in the playoffs, but we were pretty we thought the team was good.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Cup season, you're like, man, this team is there. I think they got it, and obviously they had it. This is the weakest this team has felt since we missed the playoffs.
Yeah, this is the first time since that year where I've legitimately had that feeling of dude, this team is bad.
Yeah, they've lost.
Even if we squeak in, we're not. What are we gonna do? Lose to? Here's what I honestly think's gonna happen. I think we have a great chance of missing completely, or 2, we're barely gonna edge out Nashville for wild card 2, and then you go to Colorado for essentially a death sentence.
Yeah, a slaughter.
Yeah,
or if you're lucky, you're 3 and you go play Edmonton and Draisaitl's magically back and ready to go.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fucking probably the same thing, a slaughter. Because as bad as Edmonton has been, they have something that we don't, which is Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Yeah. Shooting against goalies with a combined fucking -21 fucking GSA. There's just nothing to like here, other than the names on the paper that aren't performing to.
Yeah, this was our on paper going into the season. This was our best forward group,
and we can say that Marner's been good because he has, and he's been one of our best players because he has. This is going to be like his worst season since his rookie year. Like, this is like 100 to 100 and what did he tap out once? Like 110-ish, 107, whatever. And then he comes here, and then like, he'll get 79, actually. That's make do. He's been stuck on 19 goals for like fucking weeks.
Yeah.
And I get it. He's playing out of position, and he plays hard defense, but like, I'm not saying we got sold a bad bill of goods. I'm just saying it's crazy that it's just crazy that between him and Eichel and fucking Stone, like, and Hurdle, like, what the fuck happened? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah. Like, you want it, someone like we said earlier. Like,
if we were in Toronto, like, it would be headline news every day how little points fucking Marner has.
Yeah. But you brought him here not to do that, right? You brought him here as, you already have a star piece in Jack Eichel and Mark Stone. You brought him here to be like a secondary superstar, and he's. I mean, not a lot of people are scoring at a point per game pace.
I wouldn't say we brought him in to be a secondary superstar. We brought him in because, in McCrimmon's own words, he is one of the best, most elite players in the National Hockey League. And I would argue we're not getting truly elite anything. Like, we're getting very good. You know those accounts where it's like, oh, the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like when he was in Toronto, he was playing like a Hall of Famer, and now he's playing like a Hall of Very Gooder.
Yeah, but then again, I think he's also being played out of position most of the year, just out of necessity, and then kind of, I don't understand why they've never just thrown him on the top line.
Because it didn't work. That's how they started the year, remember? And fucking him and Jack just fucking played fucking patty cake the whole time.
Yeah, Jack's got to shoot. Like, if you got Marner, Jack's got to shoot. Someone's got to shoot. Like, and
that's what I mean. Where I'm like, yeah, the makeup of this roster just like doesn't make sense. All your best offensive players are pass first playmakers.
Yeah.
All your defensemen are fucking offense first guys that can't defend. What are your black ace goalie is a fucking criminal that hasn't played in 2 years. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's a reason why Marner was scoring so much.
If we miss
Toronto.
the playoffs, our first episode after that, it's going to be titled "fucking The Trial of Kelly McCrimmon."
Yeah. I mean, a lot of we've talked about before. A lot of he's made a lot of good moves, but there's a lot of bad ones, and I don't think Marner is a bad one. It's not gonna be a bad one. You got to give the guy shooters. I think that's why he was so good in Toronto, because he had Austin Matthews and Willie Nylander. He had guys that can shoot and score. I think you can bring up a younger guy and let them ride shotgun with Marner. I think he'll be fine. The Anderson trade's is bad already on paper. The Hart deal, I'm like, why would you just give him 1 year? You don't have to give him 2.
You certainly don't need to give him $2 million.
No. Like, was other people out there outbidding him? And if they were, let them.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like, be content in trying to make your goaltender work. You don't have to go out and get him. Like, you have to make the snap solution.
Maybe that's $2 million they could have used for a different forward.
Yeah.
One that can score.
Yeah, put it towards something, right? And the stubbornness not to put Carlson on season-ending LTIR.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't understand. Like, you're holding out hope we go to a deep run in the playoffs, and that's when you can activate him. Just fucking bite the bullet, man.
It's like, what about what you've seen from this team so far is giving you hope, giving you the delusion that we're going to go on a deep playoff run.
Yeah.
And then what? He's like, oh, hey, we all love Carly. The guy hasn't played in fucking 7 months.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, now he's going to play in the Stanley Cup final. Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, yeah, I made that comment somewhere like, well, he won't be back for the play. I'm like, yeah, he's not going to be back for the fucking playoffs. I don't expect him. Use his fucking money. Go trade fucking Lucas Cormier because he's rotting in the AHL because we refuse to fucking bring him up. Go get fucking Vincent Trocheck or somebody else. I don't give a shit. Do something that's not just fucking sitting there on your fucking hands and getting Rasmus Anderson and saying that was our move.
Yeah.
Like,
Alex. That's an Alex return to the replacement right there.
I'm gonna shoot you, Jacob. We're gonna get on that plane to
tell?
Tahoe. I'm gonna tell him that you got a bomb.
It's okay. I'll just jump out.
But yeah, I mean, I obviously you can tell I'm getting really worked up. But like, I mean, it's baffling. Like, it's truly baffling. Of like this season, this is probably the worst moves we've made. Like, outside of
when's the last time you saw a Stanley Cup winning team and you were like, well, thank God their defenseman was primarily made up of offensive puck movers that can't defend the rush?
Never, because Florida beat that exact team twice in Edmonton.
Exactly.
Right? They beat that exact. They stifled that team exactly.
And who was the star defenseman of both those series? As I recall, is Gustav Forsling.
Yeah. Gustav Forsling, Mikko Mikkola.
Yeah, these shutdown fucking guys that were able to fucking hold off Connor McDavid.
Mm-hmm. Who was the star of art? Alex Pietrangelo and Alec Martinez and Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore.
Exactly, and like, yeah, three of those guys are defensive shutdown guys. Like,
yeah.
And again, that's why I understand. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna replace Alex Pietrangelo, you're not gonna replace Alec Martinez, but
you don't do it by getting Rasmus Anderson.
Exactly.
You do it by, going out
like
and
trade for fucking Colton Parayko or fucking, you know what I mean? Like those.
Yeah,
those are the types of guys.
He was right there. Like he that we never talked about that. How fucking funny that was. Where they wanted to train in Buffalo. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'd rather stay in St. Louis and rot and die than go to Buffalo. I'm like, oh, fair. No,
I guess as it turns out, no matter how good Buffalo gets, just like no one wants to live in that city.
And you could have gone out and gotten them. Like you could have. We have a few assets you could have given St. Louis because clearly the guy's not happy there.
I'll say we could have just given them what we gave fucking Calgary. Like
Zach Whitecloud a first, a conditional second. That could have gotten you Colton Parayko instead of Rasmus Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like,
but didn't you know Rasmus Anderson put up decent offensive numbers while being like the only defenseman in the city of Calgary?
I don't get it. And then like the fact that like that Calgary traded Uyghur for less to Utah, right? And the defenseman that got moved, I'm like, obviously the Falk thing's a fucking outlier because I think at this point Stevie White might be like actually like, you know, R-worded.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what's going on in that brain of his, but like there were so many options and we just fixated on Rasmus Anderson. Of all guys, I'm like, you couldn't.
But he can move the puck good and shoot good too.
Well, if you want to fixate on an in-division rep, like why don't you go after Tyler Myers?
Honestly, I would have taken him. I would have taken it because that's the kind of guy that we are lacking.
Yeah. Why don't you go after Trouba if you know you were to, you know, New York would have traded him here? Like,
you know what it is? It's like looking at your living room, and instead of being like, I need a big screen TV and a coffee table and a fan and a shelf, you're like, actually, and a couch, you're like, actually, I need 3 big screen TVs, no coffee table, no couch,
and a beach chair that you can just set in front of them.
Yeah, then you're like, but guys, like TVs are cool. I like TVs. Look how sexy this TV is. I can watch the Golden Knights lose on 3 separate screens.
It's like buying a Lamborghini and you live on a gravel road.
Yeah.
You don't need it. Like, but that's the thing that also kills me is like, yeah, Rasmus Anderson's offensively very gifted. You can watch him play. You can tell he's dynamic.
He's not a bad player.
Yeah, you can tell he's dynamic. He's a good player.
He's a better player than Zach Whitecloud, but he's a player that we don't need that doesn't fit what we already have.
Because
we already have Shea Theodore and Noah Hannafin.
You needed another defensive defenseman. You needed a Tyler Myers, a Colton Parayko, a Justin Falk. I don't care. You need another defensive defenseman. but they just didn't do that, and now we're paying the price because look, no one's playing defense. Like 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, fast breaks are happening the other way. The team is slow. They're slow.
That's the other thing that I feel like we need to address is Ken has been saying this for a while. Then Jesse Granger started hopping on the train, but this team is just like not fast enough. And then early in games, when the other team still has their legs and they're still fresh, they just we just can't hang.
No,
you know what I mean? Like
no, they're slow, and there's no like what we used to like thrive off of in like a transition game. There's no transition game anymore. Like no one's keeping like I know we talk about Ivan Barbashev, but no one is keeping up with Barbashev's like the fastest guy on the team right now. No one's sticking with him in the zone. And Jack can skate, and we know Stone isn't a fast skater, but like then you've got like middle six guys that just aren't slow. Howden's up and down the ice all the time, but no one's with him.
Yeah, and I think that's why we started to look a little bit better when Howden came back, where it's like, okay, we're finally tipping the speed scales in the right direction a little bit, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
And yeah, fuck, man. What else is there to say? It's everything.
It's everything.
It's
but
everything.
Let's talk about something positive.
Can't score. Can't keep the puck out. Can't fucking.
Let's talk about something positive.
We're gonna die one day.
Yes, and the Henderson Silver Knights are in a playoff position, squarely in a playoff position.
That's pretty soundly in a playoff spot.
Just came from that game tonight, beating the number one team in the Pacific, 3-1, looking good. Trevor Connolly has had a crazy season. He's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Cormier's been fantastic. Lindbaum has been fantastic. Laczynski's been incredible.
Ben
Hemmerling's been amazing. Lavoie, since being back, has been everybody. This is a team that's clicking with each other. Everybody's clicking on this team.
Well, we kept saying that during this game. We're like, wow, like this is like the complete opposite experience of watching a Vegas game. I'm like, they're fast, they're aggressive, they're buzzing around the net.
Mm-hmm.
When Ontario pushed back, they didn't fold.
Yeah, when Ontario scored, they went and scored 3 in a row. Like Brabenec had that nasty shorthanded goal.
Yeah, oh my God, game winner, fucking being a shorthanded goal was insane.
Yeah, and they'll lose a game here and there, but they've been winning way more than they've been losing. This is the best team that Henderson's had, period, since its inception, since coming here. And Hemmerling is scoring. Uronen's been scoring. Connolly's been scoring. Lavoie's been an animal since being back. He's been like, I think Lavoie was the star of the week, and then Hemmerling was the star of the week before that. Like they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
Yeah.
And we didn't mention this last time we recorded. They have the most goals for in the league. That's fucking insane to me, man. Like a team that was so fucking insipid and like fucking flaccid for years is just
now suddenly they're averaging like fucking 5 goals a game.
Yeah,
like,
it's amazing. Like the turnaround. Ryan Craig's really implemented a system, and these guys are really buying in, and they're trying hard, and they all look good doing it.
Well, and it's like I said, to keep beating a dead horse and compare them to Vegas, it's like it's a roster where the composition of the players like actually makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
and then they all buy in, right?
Exactly. You have a good blend. You have a good deep lineup.
You got a good mix.
Offense.
You got a good mix of scoring wingers.
Hard. They still defend hard,
and you've got a good bottom
six. You got a goalie that's making timely saves.
Yeah, and you've got fucking guys that are just bowling ball. You got fucking Joe Fleming just lock on kill.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
and Mitch McLean will just him McLean and whoever's at their center. It doesn't matter if it's Uchaz or not or whoever. They just click, and they're just
and then fucking Riley McKay fucking dropped the gloves tonight.
Yeah. He was with them with McLean and Fleming.
Yeah, and then like Safavilov and Cataford.
They look good. Hallam's looked good.
Yeah, like exactly. They're fast. They're you have your scoring lines. You have your shutdown lines. You have physical guys. I'm not gonna say it's perfect because we're not in first. We're in fifth. But like
no, I think after tonight we might be in like fourth.
Yeah, because I think we were like within 2 or 3 points of the 2 teams ahead of us.
Yeah.
But the point being, like you see the cohesion, and
we'll be in. Hold on, let's see. Let me look right now. Did Coachella win? Oops. What the fuck just happened?
What the hell?
I hate the AHL app. One
It's
second.
awful.
Yeah, it's a terrible fucking app. Okay, so we are in we're in 5th place, only 1 point behind Coachella for 4th. Coachella
Damn.
won today.
Not bad.
So we're in shouting shit. We're in shouting distance of 3rd.
Yeah. That's insane.
There's a world where
Keep in mind that last year we were Googling what's the worst AHL team in history.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were going to be, it looked like we were trending in that direction.
Oh yeah, we were horrific. Like I remember going to what was that Mexico? No, that was this year. No, I remember. Yeah, last year I remember going to fucking New Jersey. I'm like, how bad is it? You're like, this is horrific. Like you and your sister at every game were like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I was like, this might be one of the most joyless experiences I've
And now,
ever
like, it's
experienced at a live game.
and isn't it crazy? Yeah, it wasn't that busy tonight. It was a Wednesday, but like every weekend game we've gone to, it's been fucking packed, man.
Yeah.
Turns out you fucking win some games, and you're in a playoff position.
And give us free parking.
You give us free parking, everybody's gonna show up. Novel idea, right?
Wild.
And there's a world where the Henderson Silver Knights might have a home series in the Calder Cup playoffs.
Well, given the fact that Vegas feels like they could fucking miss, I'm like, I'm gonna need something to look forward to, Alex.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty squarely in. I think, I think they only have like the same amount of games left, maybe like 10 to 12.
I think they're after tonight. They're probably 7 or 9 points ahead of the playoff line.
Yeah, I think they're squarely in.
Shit would have to go pretty bad for them to.
And then, because the 7 teams, right, make it in the Pacific because it's weird in the AHL. I know Abbotsford and Calgary, I think, are mathematically eliminated already. I know Abbotsford's because, Vancouver's been dog shit and injured, and that's why they brought everybody. But, man, Calgary falling off that hard, too.
Yeah.
They were like a number 2 team, 1 or 2 team last year in the Pacific.
Yeah, they
in
were
a while.
Yeah.
Maybe some guys have graduated, right, because,
Calgary's
real
also
Calgary,
shit.
or
Yeah.
actual Calgary is also dog shit. But it's the turnaround, the quick turnaround since Ryan Craig's taken over has been impressive. Obviously last year was really bad, but they made the right moves, I think, in the offseason and jettisoning some older guys.
Well, and that's
Keeping some like Mitch McLean. We were talking a lot of shit about that guy last year because he was frankly awful last season.
Yeah.
And he's been better. He's not the same guy that he's in Calgary, but he's bringing a lot of vet presence and a lot of energy.
A timely goal here and there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then Lindbaum just kind of blossoming as a great AHL goaltender. And Tanner Lachinsky being a back-to-back AHL All-Star, right? He's been great. And then now the young guys are really blossoming, right? And Connolly and Hemmerling.
I was going to say that's the main thing is we let go of all these like washed up veterans so they can go fucking play in China. And we brought in fucking like 11 rookies.
The Shanghai Silver Knights.
The Shanghai Silver Knights.
Yeah, but you bring up all these guys, right? Like in Hemmerling.
And suddenly it's like, wow, oh my God, we look like young and fast and like relentless. What a concept.
Yeah, it looks like you got young legs. And when Stanek did play a little bit, he did look pretty good. And keep in mind, Stanek's also on pace to be a top scorer in the ECHL again. That kid's young, right? And you've got guys in the pipeline like Iz Wozniak. They'll probably end up here next year. Pavel Moisievich got signed to his entry-level contract. They're going to try and...
Yeah, they signed him to
take Hill's job.
Yeah, to save the season and take over for Hill.
The amount of people that unironically thought like he's immediately starting, I'm like, he's a 21-year... Like, this is how... I know we're sick puppies with hockey, but it takes just 5 seconds to Google a name.
Yeah.
And to understand that, yeah, he's a 21-year-old and he's going to take some time. Or like...
The best case scenario for him next year is backing up Lindbaum, like in the AHL.
Yeah, because it's going to probably be between him and Whitehead, right?
Exactly. The most likely scenario is he's probably going to start in Tahoe.
Yeah.
Either way,
I'm okay with that. He's young. He's going to have some time.
Exactly. He needs to develop, but like people that are thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to see him in Vegas. He's going to save us. I'm like,
not going to happen.
Don't be stupid.
No one's coming here to save us. We're dead in the water.
Maybe that could be the episode title.
No one's coming to save us. Jesus. Yeah, there you go. There's no hope.
Only darkness. Darkness and pain.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with how good the AHL team's been. Just being a season ticket holder.
At the very least, it's giving us something to cheer for.
We've seen this team just be bad for the better part. I think they made the playoffs once in this time, and that was in the COVID year. I think when everybody fucking made the playoffs.
That was the last year that Thompson was the goalie, and I'm pretty sure he
willed the team to the
he single-handedly fucking pulled them along to a playoff spot.
And so once in that time, and that was during COVID, I believe, and now they actually look like a good team. They're cohesive and they're all playing together really well. And I mean, I'm excited.
It's just crazy how fucking potent the offense looks.
Right.
It's fucking, like I said, they were averaging 5 goals a game for a month.
They scored 7, I think, at one point 3 times in a week.
Yeah.
Some disgusting amount, disgusting number. So the Star Wars day, obviously they lost, but they still scored 3. And then the next day of the game we don't go to, I think they won 6-1.
Yeah.
Some horrific score.
Even tonight against, again, the best team in the Pacific, it was such a tight game. And you even said at one point, this is going to be a 1-0 game one way or the other. And then we ended up scoring 3, which isn't a lot. And granted, one of them was an empty net goal. But I don't know, just with how well.
They had clutch. They have clutch where the Golden Knights don't.
Exactly.
And the game tying Cormier power play goal.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it was 5-on-3, but he just walked into that. He walked right into the defender.
That shot was disgusting.
Picked his corner where Portillo lost his stick. Picked that empty, maybe 4-inch gap, and just fucking hit it. Lights out, and it was a disgusting goal. And then Brabenec, scoring on that shorthanded goal it was just clutch moments, right?
It was clutch and I don't know how you're feeling, but when I saw him coming in and I saw the coverage on him, I was like, he's not going to shoot. He's going to
pass it. Yeah.
He's going to just try to get it in the corner, try to get behind the net, 'cause PK 20 seconds left. You're not going to.
Yeah, you're not going to let something happen to where the defender takes the puck and
then but they just kept giving him space, and he was like, okay, you're going to give me room to shoot, then I'll shoot. And he shot and it went in. And I'm like, that's just the polar opposite of the Golden Knights mindset right now.
Because if it was a shorthanded 2-on-1 like that, I feel like whoever would be the puck handler would pass it.
They would try to flick it backhand.
Yeah.
And it would just neatly go into an opposing player's stick and bounce away.
Yeah, exactly. It would just be something stupid.
It's just the classic just shoot it. Sometimes it fucking goes in.
Yeah. No, it does. Yeah. And I think that's something that the Silver Knights have accepted. I think obviously once we get closer to the end of the season, whenever that may be, if it's actually in fucking 10 games or in the first.
It might be. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but I'm honestly I'm at the point where I'm yeah, I think we're gonna miss the playoffs, dude.
It's dangerously close, right? There's
between Nashville and fucking LA,
yeah. I mean, thank God Seattle's all on a downswing, and San Jose can only do so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a battle of LA, Nashville, and can we keep up with Edmonton? And can we keep exchanging, wins? Well, we play them tomorrow, so you sure as shit hope they can win,
we
right?
play them tomorrow, then we play them one more time. So just crazy.
You got to win.
Crazy.
You got to win those 2 games to solidify yourself in the playoffs.
Here, let's finish with this. Let's pull up the schedule.
I know it's Edmonton tomorrow, Washington on Saturday, and Vancouver, I think, on Sunday or Monday. My brain works in fucking 3-game increments.
It does. So correct. Edmonton Thursday, Washington Saturday, Vancouver Monday, and then Calgary Thursday, Edmonton again, Vancouver again, Seattle, Colorado, Winnipeg, Seattle again. So we have 4 games against teams that we're competing for this spot with. Those are massive games.
You have to win all 4.
Yeah, and those teams are gonna fucking play fucking hard.
Yeah. Are we going to show up?
Nothing I have seen this season tells me that we will.
Yeah.
I have zero reason to believe that we will.
This team doesn't show up on time, and when they do, they score the first goal. Then they fucking hemorrhage 3 right after.
Exactly. So my prediction is going to be Edmonton loss, Washington loss, Vancouver win, Calgary. I'd like to say a win, but I don't know.
Let's say a loss.
All right, then Edmonton.
Maybe we win that one.
Okay. Vancouver again. I would hope we win. Seattle.
Let's say we split Seattle, a win and a loss.
And then I'm just going to write in a loss for Colorado. And we just got fucking spanked by Winnipeg, so why don't we just call that one a loss too?
So 4-6. You can't go 4-6.
Yeah, it's...
Like, you have to win all 4 games against Edmonton and Seattle, period. You better fucking win against Vancouver.
Yeah.
And you better win against Calgary. Like, Zach was funny the other day. He's like, well, good thing you guys are playing, my dog shit Capitals on a downswing. I'm like, don't count it. Don't count us out. We can fucking find a way to lose.
It's like, don't worry, man. You guys are gonna get win.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll find a way to fucking fuck this up.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad for like at the point where like, oh no, we don't like, we're not expecting them to lose. We hope they can win, but we're expecting them to find a way to lose the game.
Yeah. Well, again, it's like we're at game 72. It's like fucking Pavlovian conditioning. It's like I've seen this movie 70 something times. Like, I know I have a pretty good idea of how it's going to end. Like, I can only watch the same script so many times.
Yeah, this one's this could be also the title of the episode. Is it the definition of madness to do the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? Because that's what I fucking feel like at a certain point. Like, they're doing the same thing over and over again, and you know what? They're getting the same fucking result. It's a loss. But
we'll shorten that to the definition of insanity.
Yeah, like, you were getting away with it early pre-Olympics because everybody else was also like not great.
Yeah,
there's only if you were getting away with it by getting overtime losses. Now you're doing the same thing and you're just losing in regulation.
Well, and that's the thing. And another thing we've been conditioned to think over the years is, well, after the All-Star break, they're going to tighten up and go on a run and finish strong, because that happens so many times.
I think we're basing that off of the Cup season.
Yeah,
it's happened once.
It's happened once, and like we never went on a run quite as strong as that, but we usually finished at a point where it was not nearly as bad as this. Where we're like, okay, we always had hope. We're like, okay, there's hope here. This one, I'm like I said, like we're at the end of the rope. I'm like, there's no more runway. Like,
no.
If they can find a way to go 7-3 in these last 10,
that's a fucking miracle, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying
if
they find a way to make it happen and look good while they're doing it, like not come from behind, miracle wins. Like, no, if
3-1,
if they're knocking out some surgical, methodical wins, maybe at that point I'm like, okay, we'll have we'll have an easier path than most teams. Maybe they can get it together, but
yeah,
I'm at the point where I don't
see it happening, because like if you could win both games against Edmonton, both games against Seattle, and then you win the 2 games, that's the path. You win both games against Edmonton, both games against Seattle. You win the 2 games against Vancouver. That puts you at 6, and you beat Calgary. That's 7, and you pencil in a loss to Colorado, Washington, and Winnipeg. You because Winnipeg's pushing again.
Yeah,
they want to make the playoffs, right? They had a bad year. Washington's on an easy out.
It's funny how they suddenly their playoff hopes looked alive again after they beat us.
Yeah.
Fuck. After you beat a team that you're chasing. Wow.
Yeah. Nashville looks alive again, right?
They are alive.
Yeah, they're alive.
They don't just look alive. They are alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't. Yeah, I mean, what's been back to back fucking bad, shitty recording. Not like shitty, but like it's just been back to back. Like, wow, there's nothing.
I'm really
positive.
grateful. I'm really grateful that we didn't record after the Chicago game, because
That would have been riding a drunk high, right?
Exactly. we would have been drunk from the St. Patrick's Day Carnival. 2 wins. We've been like, I don't know, man.
We might be back.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty good.
And then the alcohol wore off the next day. Like, wait, we just beat Chicago. What do we have to show for it? And then we fucking, get fucking tanked, right?
Yeah, shut out twice in a row.
Yep.
Well,
we'll see. I mean, we got Edmonton tomorrow, Winnipeg on Saturday. We're gonna be in Tahoe this weekend.
I'm not gonna see either game. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, and then
Saturday we're gonna be at the Night Monsters game in Tahoe. We're gonna be getting fucking hammered.
Yeah, boy.
It better be a good game. I have no idea who they're playing.
Me neither.
I only know that Trent Swick and Sloan Stanek and Cam Whitehead. No, Cam Whitehead's on the team. Is with the AHL. So I only know 2 players on the ECHL team right now. So we'll.
Same.
Yeah.
I tried to think, and I was like, I got nothing.
Yeah, I can tell you. I mean, it should be fun. Seems like it's a lot of fun. And we'll be there with Tyler. Maybe we'll rip out a 2 a.m. hammered recording.
I don't know if people need to anymore. Though.
Yeah. Hey,
we were pretty fucking wasted during the Olympics one.
Hey, that was worth it because that was a blast. But yeah, man. I mean, it was crunch time coming out of the Olympics. It's cruncher time. Like
a cruncher time.
Yeah, it's like fuck. It's make or break.
Did you ever have a point in a class in college where you realize you procrastinated too much and you're like, I'm not going to be able to pull this project out of my asshole like I usually do?
Yeah. That was yeah.
Because there's always the classic like, oh yeah, I wrote that whole paper. Then I pulled an all-nighter and I wrote that whole paper. Well, I would always do that, and then one time I got burned because I thought I could just keep doing it, and then I failed that class.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of the vibe of the season is
they think they can do it. Yeah,
we're at the point where they're like, oh, guys, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Actually, like
no.
I assumed I'd be able to, but now I don't think I can.
Yeah, I mean I don't know why
I ran out of time. Class starts in an hour.
Yeah, you're done. I mean, yeah, that's a good comparison. I mean, there's nothing that they can do other than win.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't think they can do that.
I am reminded I forgot which game it was, but we won a game. And this just goes to show how bad we've been, because I've made this joke way too many times where I go, we won a game? Yeah. And I don't remember which one it was, but I just remember Tyler saying, it's like, yes, very unconvincingly.
It was Detroit.
Yeah,
it was the Detroit game. Yeah,
and I feel like that's like the best path available to us is some unconvincing wins.
Yeah, and there's nothing that in this team that tells me that they can dominate the next 10 games.
No,
unless they took the day off today and then fucking Cassie backskates them fucking on Wednesday. But they're adult males; they should know how to fucking figure it out.
Yeah. One thing Danny Webster said, I think during the Winnipeg game, maybe. I forget which one. But recently, he was like, we're at the point in the game where he's like, anyone making at least $7 million has to do something.
Yeah.
Anyone on this team, if you're making at least $7 million, you have to do something right now.
And there's at least, 6 of those?
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything.
Eichel, Stone, Marner, Theodore, Hannafin, Hurdle, I think.
No, Hurdle makes under.
Okay.
Yeah, he makes 6 and change. Yeah. I mean, shit, even if it's 5 or 6 million, Hurdle's been non-existent.
Do something. And that's what's scary is he was so consistent before the Olympics, and then
I mean, I think the Olympic break hurt him because he wasn't very good for Czechia.
Yeah, he was awful.
So maybe he's
so it sucked his willpower out.
Exactly. And fuck, maybe Jack drank too much for the week after the Olympics. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not working. And we're not saying fucking blow it up and trade the farm. We're saying, there's a lot of things to fix.
Quick little 1 year retool.
Yeah.
Little retool on the fly.
It's that, what was it?
In and out.
Yeah. What
come on, Morty. In and out. Quick little 1 year retool.
Ah! Yeah, we could see that. I mean, it worked for Nashville, right? Like, they retooled a little bit, and so I
Didn't
think,
look like it did, but
No.
then
I
it
think
worked for Boston.
I think every team has to go through that, right, to really get back to where they were. I mean, look at the year we missed the playoffs. We traded for Jack and he started playing. We missed the playoffs. So like everybody's like, well, Jack's done again, and then we turn around and win the cup the next year.
Yeah.
You know, we trade for Marner. He needs some time to adapt. We need to get actually a true 2C or figure that out. Can't depend on him being the 2C because it's not his position. Figure out your lineup. Maybe you do that in the offseason, and next season come back around, and all of a sudden you're the team that everybody expected you to be. But I don't think that's that team this year. I mean, just to close it out, it's just, you know, I can't tell you. I'm not a GM or the coach, but as a fan and somebody that watches a lot of hockey, I can tell you this team isn't good.
Aptly said. On that note.
Not note. I don't even know.
On that note, we will.
On that note,
here at the Night's Watch podcast, we will continue to stay gold.
On that note, go watch some Silver Knights games.
Go watch some Silver Knights games.
Get in the door for $20-$30. Have a fucking blast. The team is good.
Get a $5 hot dog.
Yeah, get a $5 hot dog. The arena on non-weekday games is fucking jumping.
Yeah.
Everybody's having a blast. Go watch the Silver Knights.
Go watch the Silver Knights.
The money you would spend going to a bar to watch the Golden Knights or going to a Golden Knights game, go buy a bunch of tickets at the Silver Knights game and have fun.
Yep, agreed.
They're the better team in Nevada right now.
And it's a good time, and they need your support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those boys need to be hype for their imminent playoff run.
Absolutely. And with that, stay silver?
Stay silver.